Hey there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and this is 1971. The Oakland Athletics at the Chicago White Sox. It's going to be Wilbur for the White Sox against Chuck Dobson for the Oakland Athletics. And let's go over the lineups quickly. This is Deep Drive Baseball, the version 3, the most updated version. And again, I'm getting used to the newest version, so it's pretty much the same as the old version, but I haven't played the older version in a while, so I'm a little bit out of shape when it comes to that. And let me set up the replay PC game that's keeping all my stats, and I have a ton of stats. The Athletics this is game 83, they're 52-30. The Chicago White Sox, they're in third place. Chuck Tanner is their manager, and they're 38-42. And it's going to be for the Oakland Athletics. It's going to be Angel Mangual, the center fielder, Joe Rudy in left field, Reggie Jackson batting third and right field. Cleanup is Tommy Davis, the first baseman, Bando, Captain Sal Bando. At third base, batting fifth, batting sixth is Dave Duncan, the catcher. Seventh is Larry Brown, the shortstop, and Dick Green, the second baseman. The great thing about these older seasons is that you really get to know the players because they have pretty much the same lineup for like the whole series. Chuck Dobson is on the mound, and I'll tell you a little bit about his stats in a second. Let's see if I can. All right, I have his batting stats. I don't have his pitching stats, but I do have Wilbur pitching stats because he's on the mound. And he's 12-4 with a 3.13 ERA. He's got 132 innings pitched. We're about halfway through the season. The lineup for the White Sox is Walt Williams leading off in left field, Pat Kelly, the right fielder, Carlos May at first base, Bill Melton, third baseman, who is highly rated defensively. And if you look at some of the metrics on him, he was right up there with Greg Nettles as the best third baseman of 1971. So you always kind of learn something as you go. Jay Johnstone, the center fielder, Mike Andrews, the second baseman, Ed Herman, the catcher, Luis Alvarado, the shortstop, and Wilbur the pitcher. And the way you play deep drive baseball is you throw 3 D10, you read the red, the white, and then, of course, the green will give you the type of out. Here's Wilbur. He winds and deals. It's a 21. That will be off the batter. 0-49 is off the batter. That's going to be a defensive check. So we grab the defensive chart, we roll again, and that's an 86 will be a potential error on the shortstop. So it's grounded to the shortstop, Alvarado. I don't write anything down, and that'll be an error. Is it a 1 or 2 base error on the shortstop? It's going to be a 1 base error, so he boots it, and Mangual's on it first. E1. All right, Joe Rudy's up next. Pitch from Wood. That's a 19, and that's another defensive check. Back-to-back defensive checks. And that's a 24 this time, which will be a range check, and it's to left field. Left fielder is Walt Williams. He is a 4, so that's pretty good. And it's a 24, and that'll be a ball that he runs down for a fly out. 1 down. And next up is, let me just bring this a little bit closer in here like that. Next up is Reginald Martinez-Jackson, 1 on, 1 out in the top of the first, and that's a 74. That'll be off a pitcher because it's 50-99 is off the pitcher. 74 is an out. What kind of an out is a 0? A line out. So that's ripped and caught by the second baseman, Andrews. Now this could be a double play, and it is not. It had to be 0-0 to 0-9 for a double play. And so it's just a line out to second base. So Jackson gets good wood on it, but lines it out for out number 2. And here's Tommy Davis with a 33. That'll be off the batter, and that's an out. A 9 is a fly ball center field. Over is Johnstone, and he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. And that was an error on the shortstop, by the way. I put E1, should have been E6. All right, here's Walt No-Neck Williams on a 51. That's going to be a deep drive. And we've got a 50, which is a double. So it's a drive, and that's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. Into second base standing is Williams with a leadoff double. All right. And it's Pat Kelly. Here's the pitch from Dobson with a 70, and that'll be a strikeout. So Pat Kelly swings and misses for the first out. Carlos May's up next. Lefty Carlos May. That's an 84. That'll be off the pitcher with an 8. That's a fly ball left field. Rudy's there. 2 down. Back to second goes Williams. And here's Bill Melton. He's got good power. That's a 32 off Melton. That'll be an out. A 2 is a tapper right back to Dobson. Feels it cleanly, throws him out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Go to the top of the second. Sal Bamba leading it off with a 27, and that'll be a 6, which is hit hard at the shortstop. Alvarado, who throws a strike to his first baseman. Carlos May, 1 down. Here is Dave Duncan with a 0-1. That's going to be a deep drive. And that's a 65. That'll be a drive down the line, and that'll be a fair ball into the left field corner. And Duncan's going to dig for 2, and he's in there under the slide, under the tag. And next up is going to be Larry Brown with a runner on second. Here's a pitch from Wood, and that's a 28, which will be an out. A 5 is a hard hit ball to the second baseman. Advancing will be Duncan. Green now with a runner at third and 2 outs. And we're going to pitch to Green. Here's a pitch from Wood, and that's a 72. That will work. 6. And that is a hard hit grounder to the shortstop, Alvarado, and he throws him out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we move to the bottom of the second. It is Jay Johnstone leading off with a 37 on his card. That's an out, and that's bounced to the third baseman. Bando charges it, fires the first, 1 down. Cards are easy to read, nice and large font. Sticky, a little bit sticky. Mike Andrews. And that's a 68. Struck him out with a curveball. So a nice curveball from Dobson. 2 down. And here's Ed Herman, the lefty catcher, 55. And that is a bouncer and through the right side for a 2-out single for Ed Herman. Here's Luis Alvarado with a 52. That's going to be a deep drive. We're rolling. Off of Alvarado's deep drive. That's a 57, and that's gets a hold of one and drives it in the gap. And will Mangual get there? No. And that's going to drop in for a double. Let's see if we can try to score Herman. Herman is slow. He's average. And we're going to try to score him. Let's look at the advanced chart. So on a double, it's going to be a question mark. We're going to roll. On the choice chart, where is that? Our choice chart is right here. We rolled a 36, and a 36. He will be safe. So it's 1-0. A 2-out RBI double by Luis Alvarado drives in the catcher Herman. And here's the pitcher, Wilbur Wood, with a 29. Struck him out, and that retires the side. But the White Sox pick up a run on 2 hits, 2-out rally. And it's the top of the third. It's Dobson leading off against Wilbur Wood. Here's a pitch. That's a 46. That'll be an out. And a 7 is a shallow fly ball. Racing in is Rudy, and Rudy gets there. 1 down. Here comes Mangual. Mangual reached on an error on the shortstop. with a 93. That'll be off the pitcher, and a 3 is bounced to third. Melton, strike to first baseman Carlos May for 2 outs, and Joe Rudy's up next with a 42, and a 3 is a ground ball to the first baseman. May steps on the bag, 3 up and 3 down. Go to the bottom of the third, Walt Williams leading off. He doubled to lead off the game, so he's 1 for 1 right now. Pat Kelly, and then it's Carlos May, the pitch from Dobson with a 23, and 23 with a 4, a Green, and that's a slow ground ball to the second baseman Green, who charges it and throws out Williams by half a step. Pat Kelly, that's an 11. He slices one to left center field for a base hit. And he's on at first. Here's Carlos May, pitch from 43, and with a 4, that's ripped to second base. Green flips to the shortstop Brown, over to Davis, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. They turn it, no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We move to the top of the 4th. Reginald Martinez Jackson, here's a pitch, that's a 35, struck him out. It's a first strikeout for Wilbur Wood. Tommy Davis is next with a 74 and an 8. That's a fly ball, center field. On the run is Johnstone, and Johnstone turns on the Jets and catches up to it. Banda with 2 outs. That'll be a 46, and that'll be a 9, which is a pop-up center field. Easy one for Johnstone, and that'll be 3 up and 3 down for Wilbur Wood here in the top of the 4th. So the first game in the series was 2-1. The second one was 9-7. And let's see what this is going to be. So far, it's a pitcher's duel. Bill Melton leading off here against Chuck Dobson with a 61. And that's line base hit to left, played on a hop by Rudy. Melton is on. He is an S, so we got to keep track of that. Jay Johnstone's up next with a 54, and that's going to be a deep drive off Johnstone's card. And that is a 97 with a 4. That's going to be way back into right field, and that is gone. 2-run homer for Johnstone. So a 97 falls into his ballpark range, and we roll the 4, which is for a lefty within the home run range of the ballpark. So a 2-run home run for Jay Johnstone. And it's 3-0. Here's Mike Andrews with a 98 and a 6, and that's a chopper to the shortstop Brown, who throws out Andrews. Ed Herman now, and that's a 37 with an 8. That's a fly ball left field. Can of corn for Joe Rudy, 2 down, and Alvarado with a 29. And a 1, and that's popped up. Middle infield, second base Green calls off the shortstop Brown, and that retires the side. But 2 runs on 2 hits. It's 3-zip. White Sox. So as you can see, I'm getting the flow of this game. It's playing pretty quick. Good game for a whole season with all the player cards. You do have to go in for those extra players. You do have to go into the last team that he played on. That's the only thing. So what I'm doing is trying to avoid playing those guys unless I have to, and I can always bring them up on the computer. Here's Dave Duncan. He doubled in the second inning. Here's the pitch from Wood. Lines and deals, and that's a 43. Line and caught by the first baseman, Carlos May. Positioned perfectly. Here's Larry Brown. He bounced down to the second baseman his first at bat. That's an 86, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. He throws out Brown, and it's Green. 0-7, and that's line base hit to left field, played on a hop by the left fielder Williams. So runner on first, and it's Chuck Dobson with a 23, and 23 will be a ground ball, first base. Carlos May steps on the bag, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. I'll show you how to count up the points, the endurance points. they're both around 10. Well, one is 11 and one is 13. So I know that around the 6th inning, 7th inning, you got to start counting them up, and I'll show you how to do that. Bottom of the 5th, it's going to be Wilbur leading off. He struck out 62, and this is going to be a ground ball that gets through the infield. So Wilbur Wood is on with a single. Walt Williams now, 3-0, White Sox, 25 and a 7. That's a pop-up left field. Joe Rudy, 1 out. Pat Kelly with a 78 and a 9, and that is a drive to center field. Backing up a couple of steps is Mongwal, and he's there, 2 out. Back to first is Wood. Here's Carlos May. Carlos May with a 32 and a 1, and that is popped up left side, third base, Bando in fair ground. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the 6th, 3-0, White Sox. Mongwal leading off. Here's a pitch, and that's a 29 with a 9, and that's a fly ball center field. Right there is Johnstone, 1 out. Joe Rudy, who's 0 for 2 with a 58. That is ripped to left center field. A hit for Joe Rudy. He's on at first. Here's Reginald Martinez Jackson with a 19. Struck him out for the 2nd time. 2 out. Tommy Davis, pitch from Wood, 48. That'll be a 5. Hard hit, second baseman. Andrews over to first to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Here's Bill Melton leading it off. He's 1 for 2 and scored a run. 0-1. That's a deep drive off Melton. And he gets into one, and that's going to be way back. That ball is gone. Melton with his 3rd home run of the series. Leadoff shot here in the bottom of the 6th. So it's 4-0 now. And here's Jay Johnstone with a 26 and a 5. Slowly hit ground ball to the shortstop, Brown, who charges it, bare hands it, throw to first, and just gets Johnstone. He doesn't think so. He's going to talk to the umpire, and first base coach is going to get in between them. Here comes the manager, and it's Mike Andrews now batting. He's a right-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2. He's struck out and grounded out. Here's a pitch from Dobson, a 78. And that's a 3, which will be a slow ground ball to Bando. He's going to charge it and barehanded. Fires, low throw, scooped out by Davis for out number 2. And Ed Herman, who's 1 for 2, he's singled and flied out with an 87 and a fly ball center field. Mongwal, he's there for the 3rd out. So 1 run on 1 hit, and we go to the top of the 7th inning. So let me count out. Wilbur Wood is a 13 points, right? We'll write those there. And he's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 innings, so -6. He's faced the lineup twice, -2. He's given up no runs. So all he has so far, he's got 6 minus 2 is 8 from 13. That's 5. So he's at 5 points. He still has 5 points. So he's doing well. Here's Bando leading off the top of the 7th. Pitch from Wood with a 59, and that is ball 4. So Bando walks a lot. That guy has a good eye. 71, he has an on-base percentage of 400 against lefties. Dave Duncan now, he's doubled today, and that's a 49 with a 2. That's ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to go to second for 1, back to first, not in time. So 1 down. And here's Larry Brown with an 18, and that's going to be an out of 7. Is a shallow fly ball left field. In comes Williams for out number 2. And Dick Green with 2 out with a 12, ball 4. So a couple of walks in this inning by Wood. So he's struggling a little bit with his control here in the top of the 7th. 2 out, and it's Chuck Dobson. We're going to have to bring in I didn't do Dobson before, but he's 11, and he's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's faced gone through the lineup twice. So that's 6 plus 2 is 8. But he's given up a run, at least a run. So that is 9. He could go 2 more innings. Here he'll lose 1 because he'll go through the lineup 3 times. So really he'll only have 1 left. And right now with 2 on, this is a good opportunity for me to get back in the game. So I'm going to bring up Gene Tennis to pinch hit, one of my favorite players. Try to get him in my league, but the guy who owns him is a little bit difficult to deal with. So I'm still trying, but you never know. All right, so Tennis is coming up to pinch hit. And here's a pitch from Wood. And that's a 72. A slow ground ball to the second baseman. Mike Andrews charges it and throws out Tennis to retire the side. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, 2 left. And we move to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. And we're going to bring in Darryl Knowles. Darryl Knowles needs to pitch a little bit more. Hasn't been pitching much lately. So Dobson is out. All right. Here's Alvarado. Bottom of the 7th. Darryl Knowles. 35. That's a 7. Shallow fly ball left field. Rudy. He's there. 1 down. Wood, who's 1 for 2, with a 62, and he gets plunked. Pitcher gets plunked, and Wood doesn't like that. The manager doesn't like that. And the bench, the Chicago bench, is not happy. And here's Walt Williams with a 76, and that's struck him out. 2 down. Wood is on at first, and Pat Kelly is from Knowles with a 86 and a 0. It's ripped and caught by the second baseman, Dick Green. So no runs, no hits, a hit by pitch, 1 left. And we go to the top of the 8th. Mangual's leading it off against Wilbur Wood. Here's a pitch with a 20, and that'll be a defensive check. .74, and it's going to be a check on an error to the third baseman. Melton's a 5. Great play by Melton. Back on his feet, dives for it. Gets back on his feet and throws out. We're on the top of the throws out Mangual. 5-3. All right, Rudy now. 57, and that's going to be a ground ball and through for Rudy's second hit of the game. One of my favorite players. He's also on my draft league team. Here's Reginald Martinez-Jackson against Wilbur Wood. Here's a pitch, and that is 0-9, and that's ripped. And Rudy's going to go to third, ripped to right center field. First and third now here in the top of the 8th. So Wood has struggled to lose control, and here he's given up a couple of hits. But he's still good. He still has points. He's gone through the lineup. Let's count him. 7 plus 3 through the lineup. That's 10. Remember, he has 13. Hasn't given up any runs, so he's still at 13. He can also lose a point if he allows 5 batters to reach base in the same inning. I'm not sure if it's consecutive or just 5 batters. I have to look at that. Tommy Davis is up. First and third. Here's a pitch, and Fields playing back for the double play of 66. Struck him out. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Wood. 2 out now. And here's Sal Bando. Bando bats from the right side. Bando is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Here's a pitch, and that is a 69. Oh, a defensive check. Another defensive check. See what happens. And a 53, that'll take us right here. 53 is going to be we're going to check with the catcher. Catcher is Herman. And let's see his number. Herman's number is a catcher 4, so that's a pretty good catcher. So he's going to make the play a little number in front of the plate, which he'll get to, and throws out Bando. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 4-0 White Sox. Bottom of the 8th, Carlos May leading it off. Darryl Knowles with a 62, and that'll be another hit by pitch. Oh boy. So May drops down to first. gets plunked, and here's Bill Melton, who's homered, singled. He's 2 for 3. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 71, which will be strikeout. And Bill Melton heads back to the bench. Jay Johnston, lefty on lefty, with a 60, which will be ball 4. So first and second. And it's Mike Andrews with 1 out. It's going to be a 21, and 21 is ball 4. That's going to load the bases. And Ed Herman is another lefty. And let's see what we got going here. Hold on in the bullpen. What was 6? Give me 1 second. Let me go through this. A 7, an L4, and then an 8, and then that'll get me to look at the pitchers for the Athletics. I already used Knowles, and now I'm gonna use Roland. Roland's coming in. Roland. All right, where's Roland? All right, so Roland's in there. Knowles is out. He'll face Herman. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch. The infield will play in on the corners, halfway in the middle, and it's a 68, which will be a strikeout. So Roland blows a fastball by Herman for out number 2, and here is Alvarado. Roland to Alvarado with an 18, and that is lined and caught by the shortstop. So no runs, no hits, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. The White Sox leave 3, and it's last licks for the Athletics in what is a 4-0 game. So it's going to be Duncan leading off against Wilbur Wood, who's going for a complete game shutout with a 96 and a 1, and that's popped up. That's a 1. I think it's this odd number, so that's going to be to the first baseman. So P3, if it's an even number, I think it's to the catcher. All right, here's Larry Brown. Larry Brown with a 44, and that'll be 2 is a tapper right back to Wood, and Wood pounces on it, fires to first, and in time. So 2 out, and finally it's Dick Green, who's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. They're down to their last out, the A's are, and that's going to be a 81 with a 5. That's grounded to the shortstop. Alvarado picks it up, throws a strike to May, and that's the ball game, a shutout. 4-0 shutout for Wilbur Wood. Wins his 13th game of the season. He's 13-4 now. Yep. He is 13-4, and let's count up the hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give up 5 hits. I don't think there were any errors. No, there were no errors there. No errors on 1 error on this bottom side. Hits down here were 1 there, the home run, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits for the White Sox. So it's 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the White Sox. And no runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Athletics. The loss goes to Dobson. The win goes to Wood, who's going to be 13-4. Dobson is going to be 7-5. He gets the loss, 7-5. And so Wood had a great game. Gave up only 5 hits, completed no runs, no earned runs. How many did he walk? He walked 2 in that 7th inning where he struggled. But that's it. Only 2 walks, and I believe he struck out 3. Gave up no homers, no hit by pitch, no wild pitch, and he gets the victory. Dobson did hit by 2 by no, actually it was both were hit by Darryl Knowles. So 2 hit by pitches. Oh, wrong guy. 2 hit by pitches by Darryl Knowles. And Darryl Knowles walked a couple as well. Struck out 2. No runs, no earned runs. Allowed no hits. Oh, wrong spot. And he went 1.1. And it was 4 runs allowed by Dobson. How many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the hits were allowed by Dobson. 8 hits. He only went 5, 6. He went 6 innings. He was pinch hit for by Gene Tennis in the bottom of the 7th. And that's it. So Dobson went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and hit nobody, no wild pitches. He takes the loss. He's 7-5. The Athletics fall to, I said they're 82-30, so they're going to be at 82-31. And the White Sox, I'm sorry, not 82, 52, excuse me. 52 on the A's, 52-31. And the White Sox are going to be 39-42. 39-42. And that's all for this game, and that's it. The 3 games set. So basically, the White Sox prevent the sweep. The A's won the first game 2-1, the second game 9-7, and this game is a 4-0 Wilbur Woods shutout, who was masterful, allowing only 5 hits and 2 walks. And a complete game outing. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group for guys that hate Facebook groups. You'll like this one. And remember, like and subscribe. Helps us beat the algorithm. And let me know how you feel about this game. And if you want to try it, if you have any questions, let me know. It's fairly straightforward. Not a lot of rules. There's just basically, these are all the charts right here. These are the 2 pages of rules right here. There's 2 pages of rules. Hold on, let me show you that right here. It explains the cards, right? And that's only one side. Actually, there's 3 pages because this one's double-sided, but this one only has one side. So those are the rules there. Then it's got instructions, and it tells you a little bit about the different information that you deal with playing, like infield in. You have the choice chart if you're going to stretch it. If you want to take an extra base. Then you have the defensive chart and the range chart. Then you have bunting and hit and run. Bunting, hit and run, and that's about it. Those are all. You have the runner advancement, which I've kind of memorized from playing the old game, which I enjoy. I like that system that he had there. This is fly balls also to see if you can tag up, and this is a run rating. So every player has a rating, and it tells you if he can advance the extra base or not. It's either yes or no. Very simple, very straightforward. You got your batter-pitcher advantages. It's pretty simple. If the batter or pitcher have a circle, if they both have a circle, they throw it from the same side. You can read that here. And that's about it. It doesn't have a lot of, there's only 4 pages, and these are charts and information about the game. So altogether 6 pages of information, which is not a lot. The cards, as you can see, they're large font, easy to read, and that's about it. And I think I'm going to play some Status Pro in a little while. Do another SEAWR. I'm doing an 83 SEAWR replay. Remember to join me at my subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell so you can be alerted to see how that goes. Status Pro is a real fun game. I use the vintage Status Pro, and I'm having a blast flipping those fast action cards. So that's it. Take care, guys.